This episode of Blood In, Blood Out is brought to you by these sponsors. This week, we kick off at the Rock Raceway on the 13th of July for Rockmania. Jumping straight into Heat 1, we have some seasoned veterans, as well as some newer drivers in the field. And we are green. Three wide into the first corner, and we already have some havoc going on. Let's take another look at that. Cornelius, Vaughn, and Zurich 3 wide, and Wild Willie takes a knock on the infield tire. Xavier Horn manages to hold on to his pole starting position. And a traffic cone hitches a ride on the 11 of Charles Carlson Jr. Wild Willie hits another wild wheelie off the infield tire, but maintains perfect control, unfortunately losing a bit of time after hitting the dirt. Xavier Horn holds on for first place.
Dit was 'n tight race tussen ons klomp manne. Maar die bestart was vir my die stresvolste. Sorg maar net die kar uit, dis die enigste practice wat ek kan kry. I changed the tire. Dis al wat ek verander het, is om my tire te verander. Want die ander vorige tire hy's bietjie klaar geweest.
Speaking of tires, Ernest Cornelius and Willie Zurich have also had some bad luck there.
Oh, very expensive article that.
What happened?
No. Oh no, the car is pushing so badly when you enter the corner and coming off the corners. The car was front end just washes away to the wall. So then I decided to back it in dirt style, and well, we just have to burn up the right rear tire. That's the only way we could stay in the race. So unfortunate, the tire didn't keep up. So yeah. So now we're going to go to a smaller left rear, so we put more stagger on the car and try another right rear, and let's see how it goes.
Evening rolls in and we jump into Heat 2. A strong start by Johan Swiggers in number 17. Charles Jr. and Willie Zurich are close behind. Charles Jr. makes a fantastic move onto the inside and steals pole. Followed by Zurich, who snatches second. The checkered goes to Charles Carlson Jr. Something with a little less horsepower than the sprint cars. And then we get into our final heat. powerful start by Charles Jr. Along with Wild Willie, they lead the pack by a good margin. Charlie takes the final heat in the podium number 1. A great night's racing on the East Rand racetrack.
For all your racing needs, the Race Shop Pretoria. Get in touch or check us out on Facebook. The Race Shop.
Now jumping to Pretoria for some more sprint racing at Mahem Raceway on July 27th. A great turnout of cars, with all eyes on the shiny new makeover of Johan van Heerden's number 35, truly standing out. We chatted to the new sponsors responsible for the new look.
We are here with the guys from BPD Racing. So what is going on here, guys?
Basically, we're just doing our big reveal of our V8 Sprint. After 2 months of hard work, we finally got it all up and running. Some minor changes that we're doing. And as you guys can see, it's reveal day.
Ja, julle, dit was 'n moeëse gesukkel. 3 maande se stres, beplanning, 28 meter se vinyl wat op daai kar is. Dit lyk nie so nie, maar ons het tande gekou. Gister was nog die laaste dag wat ons geplak het. Vanoggend het ons nog die laaste paar stickers op die tank gesit. Maar ek moet sê, laat aande, maar die vrugte behoort ons te pluk in die volgende paar maande.
What does BPD stand for, and how did you guys get involved in oval racing?
Such a good question. BPD stands for Brahman Petroleum Diesel. So basically all your liquid petroleum that you can think of. Doing diesel, paraffin, we do methanol.
So it just makes sense to be part of oval then, isn't it?
Well, definitely, because if you have a good product, you have an amazing car, and you have a great team behind you, what more can you ask for? That's why we're in oval racing, and we enjoy every moment of it.
Fabulous. Thank you so much, guys from BPD. Thank you so much for putting our logo on your car. It means a lot.
Thank you very much indeed, guys. We then spoke to Shane Carlson, who has been very busy off the track for the last few months.
Well, we're kind of investing in sprint car racing. Us old oaks have been in it for a while, and there's no new blood coming in. Obviously, it's a very expensive sport. So we're buying up all cars that we can get our hands on, putting fresh blood into it, and then, we want to try and just build the sprint cars. We currently have 9 cars, which 7 are running. We want to have about 10 cars in our fleet, so we can put up a meeting every time. Sponsors are always welcome, because at the moment everything's coming out of our pockets, and to fund it is not easy. So a sponsor definitely help. I mean, the amount of exposure you'll get on 10 cars, you can take a whole car if he wants to and put his name all over it. It does get quite good exposure, because obviously we race at Mahem, and obviously Blood In Blood Out give us some good exposure all over the world. We've had a lot of comments from people in other countries commenting about Blood In Blood Out program, and it's such good exposure for any company willing to put their name on a car.
Another surprise highlight is the return of a car that hasn't been seen on the track for a good few years. We spoke to Charles Jr. about his Maxim sprint car.
We finished it yesterday, and it's been 5 years to build a new motor. Yeah, it's expensive, huh? If I give you the prices, I'll show you the invoices, you'll also say, no, it's not worth it.
We then asked his view on sponsorships.
It's most welcome, but we can't find them.
What, sponsorship?
Yeah. Yeah, it's difficult to find sponsorship. Yes, it will help, but I don't think in our country there's enough exposure, and
There's too many politics and crap involved for sponsors to really get involved. So this is just a hobby. It's not anything else.
It's nice to see so many cars tonight, though.
It depends what you call many cars. We've had 26 here, so
I wasn't there.
I know.
We're here with Dean Wood. What is your opinion on sponsorship in motorsport, Dean?
Obviously, sponsorship is a very good thing and it can be very important to a lot of drivers. The only bit that sometimes with sponsorship it do cause aggravation because the sponsors come along and you have a problem with a driver. I'll pull my sponsorship out. I don't want to sponsor you if you're going to ban my son or ban my driver. But a lot of drivers do depend on sponsorship, so it can be good as well. And drivers have got to be loyal to the sponsors.
We're here with Dudley Becker. How are you doing, Dudley?
Hey man, all good guys, and it's great having you guys down here as well. You know, your episodes that you're doing with Blood In, Blood Out. I'll tell you what, I see the followers that you're getting is quite amazing that's going on there. When your mate got you involved in this, and unfortunately he passed away, you know, but it's the best thing he's done, and I'm sure he's looking down on us saying, man, look at what they've continued in my absence. It's amazing to see where we're actually building from. But you know, we need a lot of support to get us going and to keep us where we should be. You know, it costs money just to get to the track. Never mind the right rear of a car, which is where the drive comes from on these big V8 sprint cars. And I think if we just swing the cameras over there, we're going to have a look at some of these amazing vehicles that are out there. You know, to build an engine, it's costing a lot of money. So these guys need some kind of help. So if any company is out there and they're watching these YouTube videos of yours and that, they need to get involved in the sport without a doubt. Get us through Blood In, Blood Out. Contact us, make arrangements with us. We'll introduce you to the drivers. We'll introduce you to the sport. Come along and help us out here to keep the V8 Sprint and oval track racing alive.
A few unfortunate incidents at the start of this heat has sadly put Willy Zurich, Johann Strauss and Charles Carlson Sr. out of the race, which will certainly open up some gaps for the rookies. Van Heerden makes a move on the outside of Van Straten and makes it stick. The battle for second is intense between these three. Van Heerden takes the checkered. What a great debut for his new sponsors.
Johan Van Heerden, he just won. Well done.
Yeah, we actually spend a lot of time and money on the car, but it's still not where it should be. So I sort of need to overdrive to overcome the understeer on the car. But there's quite a number of the guys that assisted me trying to set up the car, sort it out, but for some reason there's something small we don't get and we just don't get the understeer out. So overdriving the car puts a lot of pressure on the tires and so forth, so it's not the right thing to do. Although I managed to stay in front, but yeah, we'll still have to work on the car.
So tell us a bit more about sponsorship in motorsport in your opinion.
It just gets so expensive that you can't do it on your own. So luckily I ended up with Ramon Diesel, JP and Daniel. They assisted quite a lot. They actually physically work on the car as well. Without the sponsorship, you normally pull back and you try and save on tires and all other things, and you try and stay out of trouble. But if you know you got the backing, then you can push the car and you can try and get to the front.
Almost time for Heat 2, but some of the cars won't make it back onto the track.
It slipped the fuel pump drive and the bolts came loose and slipped the whole thing out, so yeah.
And it felt fine in practice, eh?
It felt perfect in practice, so yeah. We had a bit of headaches, but yeah, it's sorted now.
Right, no change in that race order as they complete another lap.
Pre-race warm-up, and it looks like the number 11 of Charles Carlson Jr. is not budging. A huge disappointment for fans and the number 11 team. JB Talliard looks super strong in this heat, really creating some distance between him and the rest of the pack. Charles Carlson loses his brakes and Mark Talliard bears the brunt of it. JP once again pulls away from the restart. Van Heerden pushes hard to close the gap. But it won't be enough as Talliard takes Heat 2. Back in the pits, after not being able to start Heat 2, things are looking bleak for Charles Jr. It's just been one of those nights for the number 11 team.
Ewald is fourth. Yeah.
Fourth?
JP is first, Johan second, she's third, Ewald fourth.
Stoot my man, ek gaan doen dat ek aan my hoek vat. Moet my nie stoot dat ek daar
Moenie aanhou stoot.
Ja, moenie aanhou stoot.
Tell him just to stay behind her because then we get peppermint tart for the next race.
Peppermint tart?
Yeah, that was the deal. Podium. I'm coming to visit tomorrow.
Stop even make the top 3, I'll make you the peppermint tart.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
I'll try to block them from the back.
Thanks.
New from Brahman Petroleum Diesel. Diesel and petrol purification. Check out our website for more details.
Let's get into the final heat. Points leaders Talliard and Van Heerden are at the front. It's going to be a tight one. They're off, and Van Heerden gets the edge at the start. Talliard now pushing hard to close the gap. now gets dangerously close to the back of the 35. Sparks fly as these two battle it out. The push pays off as Taleb gets in on the inside. Sparks still flying. Van Heerden not backing down though. Final lap as they hit lap traffic. JP Talia takes the checkered once again. What a battle.
Not the best I've had in my life, but yeah, first race I had too much oil in the car, second race the brake pipe burst, so I rode it with no brakes in the third race, so I still enjoyed it. What's the day overall?
Looking good, very good, yeah, thank you. Yeah, he 2 I won and the final I won, yeah. I just started thinking again. Overdrive the car, start pushing nose and stuff, so just calm down a bit and start afresh.
JP takes first overall, with Van Heerden in second place and Van Straten in his first podium after only his second sprint race. Buitendag achieves fourth place overall, incredible for a rookie sprint driver.
Honestly, I think just the confidence and the wanting to do this, and it's like a big go-kart, so I feel so comfortable, and it's just basically I've got to get my groove into it.
We want to know your thoughts on sponsorship. Let us know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching, and catch you next time on Blood In, Blood Out, the best of South African sprint car racing.